Hi everyone. Good morning. This is our AP presentation, AP and SAT presentation from Nyanamarga Technologies. To introduce the company, we are a 3-year-old company. We have a very innovative new product. How that product works, and you will see a demonstration of it today. Is it is a technology that overlays ebooks, and we use that technology to teach different students in different schools across the world different things. You know, so we have a very uh, you know well received IIT JEE and NEET program, for which using our ebook platform. Then we have several other programs as well. You know, so today's and these programs are all available. We have another open house that you can see, but our AP and SAT program is what we're going to discuss today. So I am Srinivas Bhardwaj, and I'll first be taking you through the SAT program, and then you will get a demonstration of the SAT app. So that is first. Then we'll go through the maths program, then we'll go through the science program. Then so we do it in a certain order, and you will get a set of demos accordingly. Okay. So firstly, for the SAT and AP programs for our calendar 2023, as many of you know, we've already reached the end of calendar 2022, and we're starting calendar 2023 now. The SAT program is offered many times of the year, while the AP programs are mostly offered at the end of the spring. So sometime in late May or early June. That's always been the target date for the AP programs. Our SAT program, of course, runs mostly all the year round. We have been, preparing students for this. So and our AP and SAT programs, we have a website. Let me quickly show you that website. That website is called apexams.us by Gnosis Learning. Gnosis is the name of our company in the United States. Now, this site has a link to all the various AP applications that you can download, and you can use the site for to gain full advantage of the AP program, and the SAT program. So typically what we recommend is that students, particularly in the Indian context, or in the Middle Eastern context, students who study in India, Middle East, and Singapore, this program is primarily for you students, and for parents, and who seek an international education. As many of you know, NEET and JEE are some of the toughest exams in the world, and if you want a top school with JEE, it's that much more tougher, because there are so many students going everywhere and taking these exams. But when it comes to AP, you can go to a lot of schools both in India and abroad. Okay, so whether it is Ahmedabad University, or Al Faisal in Saudi Arabia, or American University in UAE, the Carnegie Mellon in Qatar, or BITS Dubai, and various other schools like Amrita University, Ashoka University, Atria University, etc. They all accept some of these AP and SAT programs, and students can get the most value from these programs by attending, by participating in the Gnosis Learning programs for AP and SAT. So let me now discuss how you can what's going on in this business. Okay, so I hope you can see the India Global Higher Education Alliance, IGA, is a group of 40 very, very respected universities in India who have adopted the SAT. And so this is a link from the College Board site. So this IGA and the SAT provides you a this set. So here are the members: Ahmedabad University, Amrita, Anant National University, Ashoka University, Atria, Azim Premji, BML Munjal, which is part of the Hero Group, Bennett, Chitkara, GD Goenka, right? You would have heard a lot of these names. IIM Ranchi, Jagdish Seth, School of Management, JGI Jain, you know, University of Mumbai, Manipal University. I'm sure many of you have heard of MIT World Peace University, OP Jindal, Ramaya, and also SP Jain, Shastra, Shiv Nadar, as well as SRM. All these universities accept, these SAT based, and VIT, Vellore Institute of Technology, very well respected program, and World University of Design, So all these schools accept SAT, and many of them also accept the the APs. So like for instance, United Arab Emirates University, they accept the they also look to the advanced placement during the high school. They like students who've taken advanced placement. Now in and of course you can see SAT and AP is accepted by American University, BITS Dubai, Khalifa University, Middlesex University, University of Dubai, American University in Dubai, etc. And so like they do have requirements. Some schools they want 1400, that was the highest I saw, like or maybe even a little bit more. For instance, Ashoka has the highest requirement. They're in the old system, old SAT system, they wanted 2100. Now that's the equivalent of that is about 1450, somewhere there. And so you have to take these things quite seriously. And we have we kind of stage the program. We provide the counseling that you need in order to proceed and take advantage of our AP program. We offer 10 APs. We are very STEM centric. So if you're interested in science, interested in technology, you're interested in medicine, these would be the main STEM areas that we explore. Or if you're interested in management, BBA is a very popular program. Okay, so the incoming students who are looking at class 11, this is a very positive program. So incoming class 11 students, we have our various programs to help them go about our SAT and AP programs. So so let me now go into our SAT program. The SAT is, I think many school systems, they don't know much about SAT. Particularly in India, they don't know how to prepare students, and we have a full-fledged app that helps students. For Indian students who are looking at both SAT and possibly NEET or JEE, maybe in a CBSE school or in an IGCSE school, I recommend that you try to take the SAT the first time. You prepare really hard for it and try to take it after your 10th grade exams. Why? Because in your 11th grade, you're going to be doing a lot more of the science subjects, and you should take the APs after your 11th grade. Take a couple of APs after your 11th grade. So then in your 12th grade, you have that choice. You can see how things are going with your NEET JEE programs and then decide. Now, typically the SAT program does not require calculus. It does not require advanced science. They test aptitude, and it's a purely an aptitude test. Okay, and so what you do need is that we help students take several practice tests as they go about it. First, we prepare you for the exam, then you start taking practice tests. You don't go to practice tests right away. So it is a way to measure achievement. They will not ask you details about what happened in Hamlet, what is the capital of Nevada, or what they are looking is whether you have critical analytical skills, whether you have thinking skills, whether you have comprehension skills, which is a very complicated thing for young high schoolers. notably in India, your reading skills, you have to develop them, so we put together a program for that as well, and if you're behind in your reading skills, then we try to develop that. So ideally you want to take the SAT once in your after your 10th grade, and maybe once during your 11th grade. So you may need to take it more than once. So that is very typical, depends on how well you do, and you are allowed to take it more than once. So that's why we recommend it. College board also develops these AP tests for maths, history, computer science, etc. And of course we specialize in all the STEM APs from apexams.us. Now, how is the SAT organized? There are mostly, today that they've dispensed with the essay, so there are mostly two sections or three sections. One is the reading section, the other is the writing section, and then there's the math section. The reading section has 52 questions, and there's more than an hour allotted for it. The math section has 80 minutes and 58 questions. So finally you end up with an 800 maximum score of 800 for your reading and writing and language section, and another 800 for the math section. So you have two 800 sections, and based on this your score is it's a weighted score. So some questions are tougher and more graded more, but typically you try to ace both parts of the exam, and you try to get a score over 1450, and that will like really set you up to be very good in terms of your opportunities, notably if you want to go and study in the UAE or Singapore or maybe even Australia. And of course United States is the origin of the SAT, so that's the best place to go. The total score is the number most associated. The total score is a number between 400 and 1600. It is possible to get all 1600, but very difficult. Possible and difficult are always part of your vocabulary, but typically if you do well in the math section, and you make 770 in your math section, and you make another 700 in your reading and writing section, you should go some of the schools, some of the good schools. Now if you want like a Stanford, that's a tough call. Stanford, you must have a lot more to go with just a good SAT score than just a good SAT score. You need they measure they get the best people in the whole world. Okay, the reading test, basically you will get a lot of passages. Okay, there are 65 minutes in which you will end up with 5 passages. One is a literary passage, one or two for regarding US founding document, etc. So some of it will be little new and modern to international students. Okay, then one passage in economics and sociology, which some of you may not have seen, and then 2 passages for scientific works. So in order to ready yourself for this, you have to read some of those. So if you're in your school, you have like Scientific American, or you have Time magazine, many of these magazines, or New York Times, read some of these regularly, but also reads the American books, a lot of novels, and also non-fiction American books. The math test has 4 sections: heart of algebra, problem solving and data analysis, passport to advanced math, and additional topics in math. Then you must have a solid vocabulary, but they don't test you directly on that vocabulary. You must build your vocabulary so you understand, and you understand words in context. They test it mainly with that words in context. What does this word mean in this context? Okay. So, and then they also publish set of cross test scores between history and science, etc. And so these cross test scores are also important, and so these are all the cross test sub scores. They take a little bit of your math and a little bit of your English for that. Okay, there was an essay. I think they've dispensed with it now, but they may bring it back. So finally, you then get to get your SAT scores reported. Initially, you can get any send it to any number of places. And we also help students prepare the essay. So in many American college programs, you have to prepare the essay. So we start our program around this time, and we continue through the next 6-7 months for the SAT program. And so the last 2 to 3 months, we help you take many tests, you know and so that's how the SAT program works. It's one of our, we've spent a lot of time with it, and we have very good teachers to help you succeed in this. So with that, I'm going to hand it over to Prajot to provide you a demonstration of the SAT.
So this is a SAT application. Okay. So the first thing that we display to the students is the syllabus. Okay. So the syllabus will be the starting point for the student to navigate to any topic that is interested in. So this is the syllabus for the SAT. So I'll go with I go with this command of evidence. Okay, then when I click on it, what I get is I get all the subunits coming under that. Okay, so I'll just go with the first one. Okay, and when I click on it, I get all the resources related to the topic that I have clicked. Okay, resources in the sense we have the textbook resource, we have the slides, as well as the videos related to that topic. Okay, so I'll go over them one by one. So the first thing is the textbook. Okay, so when you click on the textbook, it will directly take you to that particular page number where that topic is. Okay. So similarly, like when you click on the slides, you'll be getting the slides related to the topic. Okay. And also finally, we have the videos. So when it comes to the videos also, we have two sets of videos. One is like our own set.
So, hi students. Command of evidence is a kind of question that is part of both your reading and the
okay, as well as the videos from the YouTube. Okay, so we have like linked them into our application.
You've taken a practice SAT. You've probably noticed that one of your reading tasks asks you about two passages paired together instead of just one. In this video, I'm going to look at one way to approach a set of paired science passages on the SAT. Instead of reading both passages at once.
Okay, so this is like one example from the Khan Academy. And also, like while say going through all this reading the topic, like suppose you want to jump to some other topic. Suppose like this is the English section, and from here you want to go to math section. You can just search for the topic and you can go there. For example, now I'll go to the math section. Algebra. Okay. So it will show me all the subunits that are coming under the algebra topic. Okay, so when I select any one topic here, again I'll be getting the resources related to the topic that I've selected. Okay, so this time it's algebra. So same way, like when I click on textbook, I'll be directly taken to that particular page number inside the textbook. And also when it comes to slides, it will be showing me the slides related to algebra. Okay, and same thing with the videos. Okay. So this features will work for the other topics as well.
Thank you, Prajot. So our SAT program is very well curated. We use a mix of material from all over the internet, and so students will be well served to join our SAT program. So now next. I invite Tarun Solanki to discuss our maths AP sections. But before I go there, let me add one more line. That is that for the maths for SAT, we have a prep program for that, and that is part of the 6-7 month program as well. And it is essentially aimed at students who want a refresher, because most of the students do know algebra and geometry. They would have learned it class 9 or 10, that we provide that added refresher so that you're able to understand the questions as they are taught, and the material as it's supposed to be well understood, and so you should attend the maths as well, along with the English and writing language sections, because it's all about being able to ace the types of questions that they ask. Okay, so we do have that as well, but right now we'll go into our math section, where we have multiple APs that we support. We actually support 4 different APs as part of our maths AP group. So over to Tarun.
So hello everyone. So I'll be handling your AP calculus. Okay, so this is the core subject. So this subject is divided into the two parts, which is AP calculus AB and the AP calculus BC. Okay, so like in this subject, we'll be exploring the concepts, methods, and the applications of differential and integral calculus, and you will be working to understand the theoretical basis and the solving problems by applying your knowledge and the skills. Okay, so what are the skills you're gonna learn after completing this course? So you will be like determining expressions and values using mathematical procedures and the rules, then the connecting representations, justifying reasoning, and the solutions using correct notations, language, and the mathematical conventions to the communicate or the results and finding the solutions. Okay, so we have developed our app, okay, which is the AP calculus app. Okay, so there you will be getting like resources, slides, textbook, videos, and the you can give a test there. Okay, so first we'll move to the syllabus part. Okay, so this is the syllabus for the AB program. Okay, so the major topics included are the limits and the continuity, then differentiation, where the fundamentals, composites and implicit functions, then applications of the differentiation, then we'll move to the integrations and the differential equation, and the last topic is applications of the integration. Okay, if you go to the exam structure, so that is of 3 hours and 15 minutes. Okay, so exam is divided into the two parts. Okay, so 45 multiple choice question will be there, which you have to complete within 1 hour and 45 minutes. That is the 50% of the score. Okay, so in part A, the calculator will be not allowed it, and part B, the calculator will be allowed it. Okay, the second part is of 1 hour and 30 minutes. Okay, and that will be having your 6 question. Those are the free response type question. Okay, so those questions also we have introduced in our app. Okay, so you can go and check out there. So part A will be having 2 problems in that, where calculator will be allowed it, and part B will be having 4 problems where calculator will not be allowed. Okay, so this is regarding your AB program. Okay, you can also check out those topics on the college board site also. Okay, now the next program, that is the AP calculus BC program. Okay, so in that 2 advanced topics are introduced. So those are parametric equations, polar coordinates, and vector valued function. The second one is the infinite sequence and series. Okay, so the exam structure is same. Okay, so that is also divided into the 2 sections. Okay, so 50% of the score for the first, second, and 50% for the remaining. So again the same, there will be MCQ type questions and the free response type question. Okay, so pattern will be the same as the AB program. Okay, next, these are the prerequisites and co-requisites of the program. Okay, so the first semester introductory college course in algebra based physics. Okay, and also that we can ask for your algebra 2 part. Okay, so that is the prerequisite for this course. Then you can check out the syllabus and more details regarding this on the college board site. Okay, so you can go and sign up there, and you'll be getting all the details regarding all the subjects of the AP. Next, using OR program, what are the things you're gonna get? Okay, so first you need to purchase the OR program. Then you have to study every week. We are having live lectures on each weekend. Okay, so you can go through those lectures and learn. Okay, so we'll cover roughly 1 unit every 2 weeks. Okay, so we have introduced the textbook in our app. Okay, so you can check out those textbooks and learn the concepts and practice questions. Okay, then we have also introduced multiple choice questions and the free response questions in our app. Also, we are solving the live problems in the live lectures. Okay, so these are the benefits you're gonna get in the you get in your program. Okay, so these are the some tips. Okay, so when you have to take the test and how to prepare. Okay, so that you need to plan. Okay, so if your exam in the mid-April or the starting of the May, so you need to prepare accordingly. Okay, so like you can give test with us, so we'll grade your exam. Okay, so you can scan and send it to us for the free response type question, so we'll check your step markings. Okay, okay, so this is our site. Okay, so you can go to the calculus part and you can check out the links of the live lectures. Okay, you can sign up there and join with us. So this is all about the AP calculus subject. Okay, so now I'll move to the pre-calculus. Okay, so which is introduced this year only. Okay, so the first exam will be held on the holding on the May 2024. Okay, so contains similar content to existing high schools pre-calculus courses, which are by their designs and already advanced. Okay, so like these are the some benefits you're gonna get after completing the pre-calculus course. It will also help in the calculus part. Okay, so like some common topics which is used for logical reasonings and relations and functions, they're gonna use in every framework, right? So you can learn all these topics here. So these are some questions. Okay, so like right offer the AP pre-calculus. Okay, so this is preparation for college maths and benefits for AP pre-calculus. Why should we take the AP pre-calculus? So like algebra in grade 9, algebra 1 in grade 8. So major careers not requiring calculus, right? So the third question, they want what's in the AP pre-calculus. So student experience, unit outlines, some basic units they've included. Okay, and the mathematical practices. The fourth one, bringing AP pre-calculus to your school. Okay, so this will be includes your like textbook, calculators, teacher supports, and student readiness, right? So this is these are the units which they have introduced in the pre-calculus subjects. Okay, so unit 1 to 3 will be tested on the AP pre-calculus exam. Okay, so these units are required by the colleges for credit and the placement into calculus 1. Okay, so the unit 1 is your polynomial and the rational functions. The second unit, they have introduced the exponential and the logarithmic functions. Third one is your trigonometric and polar functions. Okay, so you can check out the subtopics here. Okay, and the one more unit they have introduced, that is functions involving parameters, vectors, and matrices. Okay, so it will be not be tested on the AP pre-calculus exam. Okay, so with this yeah, okay, thank you.
Thank you, Tarun. I will now quickly go over one more AP. This is AP statistics. AP statistics is typically taken after you students take AP calculus. And it is quite an advanced course actually. So you understand statistics and its relationship to probability. You understand like the basics of what is inferential statistics, what is descriptive statistics. Then you understand things like random variables. And this is a year-long course, and so it's not that easy that as you may think, what is this statistic, right? Because they the first 5 units they cover one variable data, which is like your mean, mode, median. Then your 2 variable data, which is essentially dealing with regression, correlation, coefficient, etc. Then how do you collect and how do you do sampling? Then you have a unit in probability, and then sampling distributions, which is essentially all about the normal curve and related curves. Okay. Then we have 4 different units which deal with inferential statistics, and these are very advanced topics. It's the kind of thing you hear, and it is a very useful subject if you're going to enter into data science. Today, data science is a very big deal, and a lot of students go to study data science in college. And so if you have AP statistics, they will have, it will give a lot of legitimacy to someone who applies for data science. And so add on to it, maybe little knowledge of programming, and you'll be in very good shape. So that's as much as I want to say. It's also a 3-hour program. AP Statistics is a year-long course, and but there's one more thing I wanted to say. Many students, you may have heard, like they completed their engineering or they completed their computer science from University of Illinois or University of California in 3 years. You will hear them boasting, saying that. That's because they all got a buy. What I mean by that is, by a buy is, they all were granted credit for AP Calculus BC. Typically, my daughter, when she went to University of Illinois, she got 2 semesters worth of credits for scoring a 5 in AP Calculus BC. And so as a result, she started with Calculus 3. While a lot of students who had not taken the AP had to start with Calculus 1. The same is maybe true in many schools with AP Statistics. You score a 5, you give them the AP score, and then they say, okay, now let's look at what else you need to learn. So that's how these things work. And of course, also, for other students, if you prepare for the AP, you go one step ahead when you have to relearn it, say in college. Okay? So it reduces, a lot of, that's how people reduce 1 year of cost from their from their education. And not all of you know how costly education is when you go abroad, right? So that's the plus. And so with that, I'm going to stop presenting. I invite Prajot to kind of demonstrate the maths, various maths applications.
So as we have seen the SAT application, like similar to SAT, we have various AP application also for each of the subject. Okay. So I'll be showing one for AP Calculus now, and like later I'll be showing one for AP Bio as well as AP Computer Science also. Okay. So this is a AP Calculus application. Okay. So as we have seen earlier also, like the first thing that we display is the syllabus, okay, because that will be the starting point for the student. Okay, so like if you see the syllabus here, we have various units as well as we have various subunits. Okay, so the student can directly select the unit as well as the subunit, and he can directly like search for the resources like related to that topic. Okay, for example, I'll click on the first unit here, that is limits and continuity, and I'll be getting all the subunits coming under that. Okay, so I'll go with the second unit, subunit, that is defining limits and using limit. Okay, so once I do that, I get all the chapters coming under that subunit. Okay, so these chapters are from the OpenStack book. Okay, so I'll go with this particular topic here, that is definition of limit. And after selecting that topic, I'll be getting all the resources related to that topic. Okay, so resources like the textbook, the slides, as well as videos. Okay, so when it comes to textbook, the textbook that we use over here is the OpenStack one. Okay, so when I click on the textbook, I'll be directly taken to that particular topic. Okay, and similarly, like when he selects the slides, he'll be getting the slides related to the topic. And finally, we have the video. Okay.
Welcome to the second lecture on limits. So in the first lecture, we gave the meaning of limits, and then we also saw the.
Okay. We also provide videos from the external sites like Khan Academy and all. We have like linked them into our application.
In this video, I want to familiarize you with the idea of a limit, which is a super important idea. It's really the idea that all of calculus is based upon. But despite being so super important, it's actually a really, 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 really simple idea. So let me draw a function here. Actually, let me define a function here. A kind of a simple function.
So the same features will work for the other topics as well. Okay. So I'll be also showing you a demo of our AP Bio and a demo of our AP Computer Science like in a short while.
Thank you very much, Prajot, for that. So now we are going to move on to our science program. So for our science program, we start with AP Biology, and AP Biology is taught by Anushka Banerjee, and she is one of our most loved teachers, and so you will you'll be able to see that program now. Our second program is our AP Physics program. AP Physics is comes in two versions in the American AP from AP. One is the algebra based physics, and the other is the calculus based physics. In India, mostly when in high school, students learn, for instance, NCRT, right? You mainly learn calculus based physics, while some state boards, they don't introduce that much calculus into the physics. So similarly, the US program, AP program, also has AP Physics 1 and 2, which are non-calculus based, and then they have AP Physics C, which is the calculus based physics. C for calculus, right? So they have AP Physics C comes in two forms: AP Physics C Mechanics and AP Physics C Electricity and Magnetism. This year is the first year that we're going to offer AP Physics C Electricity and Magnetism. Okay? So AP Physics C Mechanics, it has all the standard concepts like kinematics, Newton's laws, and of course rotation, which is quite complicated, and then of course momentum, gravitation, and oscillations. Now, AP Physics C is a one-semester course, while AP Physics 1 is a full-year course. It just needs AP Physics 1 requires Alg 2, and AP Physics C requires calculus either typically prior. It's better to take calculus first and then take AP Physics C. But as you students know, that in India, calculus itself is taught over 2 years. You have calculus in class 11, calculus in class 12, and it's done in many places. They don't have like a 1-year calculus program. So as a result, doing this after is complicated. So students kind of learn everything in parallel. But I think that students who say prepare for JEE are quite ready to do good in AP Physics C. You learn all the same things, free body diagram, etc. Anyway, so the AP Physics 1 exam is an hour and a half, is 3 hours with an hour and a half of multiple choice and another hour and a half of free response questions, where you have to solve and you have to write short answers, maybe even a paragraph. So for this upcoming year, May 9th is the Physics C exam, and May 11th is the AP Physics 1 exam. You have to pick one or the other. You don't need to take both. You just need to pick one and take that. Now AP Physics C, you have AP Physics C Mechanics, which is a 1.5 hour total exam, 45 minutes per multiple choice, 45 minutes free response. So it's a shorter exam. So the same day, so if you notice, on the same day, the morning they have AP Physics C Mechanics, and the afternoon they will have AP Physics C Electricity and Magnetism. So it's quite an intense exam, and it is not an easy exam actually, because the material is not easy, and typically, you tend to see students the American system has 9, 10, 11, 12 as high school. So people will take physics first in say the 9th grade, then they will take AP Physics C again in the 11th grade. So it's a little you could say that if you're good with JEE, JEE level physics, you will do reasonably well in AP Physics C Mechanics. Okay. So these are the 7 units for AP Physics C Mechanics. Kinematics, Newton's laws, work, energy, power, systems of particles and linear momentum, rotation, oscillation, and gravitation. But note that the weightages are different for the multiple choice questions. So you need to correspondingly emphasize those parts like Newton's laws, free body diagrams, and rotation. This exam is not easy, let me tell you. But then if you make like 70, you are ready for, it's like your like your JE, you make 70, you could. But one thing I will tell you, if you choose AP Physics 1, the grading is much tougher, and this therefore and also the students don't do as well for whatever reason. Maybe younger students take AP Physics 1, that's why you have fewer files. AP Physics 1 has 10 units. The latter units 8, 9, and 10 deal with electric charge, DC circuits, mechanical waves. So that's as regards to AP Physics 1. You have a total of 11 units. So with respect to the score distribution, AP Bio, 7% of the students make a 5. I'm sure that would surprise you, but that's the truth. But then if you are one of those 7%, then you will easily qualify for a pre-med program in the United States. Or if you're or if you're looking for those combined programs, which are very difficult to get, this would be one route. Okay. Now, if you're planning to take a engineering track, doing well in AP Physics is a very good option. But again, note that AP Physics C, electricity, magnetism, AP Physics C, mechanics. This pair, if you produce a 5-year, you're good to go. And a lot of schools will want a student like that. Couple it with our computer science programs, and you have very good future readied, along with of course a very good SAT score. So that's as regards AP Physics, our AP Physics programs, and we offer them throughout the year. And we also do the testing, just like Tarun explained. Towards the end, we'll provide you test material. You can then answer the questions and send it back to us. We will correct it for you. Then we'll help you understand how to do better in these. There is also 10 years of past exams available from College Board, and we'll help you with that as well. Okay? So that's as far as that. We also offer AP Chemistry. It's one of our most wanted courses. It is taught by Professor Tiwari, and our app also is very, very popular. Just like our AP Bio and our AP Physics apps. And of course, Professor Tiwari is a PhD in chemistry, works at National Chemical Laboratories. One of our best teachers. So I really recommend you take AP Chemistry with him. So that's as regards AP Chemistry.
Hi everyone. I'm just going to be talking about the AP Biology course, the exam structure and the program, and how we help students prepare for the AP Biology course. So let's take a look at the introduction, the prerequisites and requirements to take this course. AP Biology is an introductory college-level biology course, and this course is equivalent to a 2-semester college introductory biology course, especially for biology majors. The course has been designed to include illustrations, flowcharts, graphs, and figures, along with critical thinking prompts, which will help students analyze the theories and concepts being presented in a critical manner and understand them rather than focusing on rote learning. Students who want to take AP Biology should have successfully completed high school courses in biology and chemistry. And this course requires 25% of instructional time to be spent doing hands-on lab work, which has an emphasis on inquiry-based investigations, which provides students with opportunities to apply the science practices that they're learning about. Now, each course is divided into big ideas. So here are the different big ideas of the AP Bio course and a brief description of each one. First is evolution. So students will be learning about the process of evolution, which drives the diversity and unity of life. Then there's energetics. So biological systems use energy and molecular building blocks to grow, reproduce, and maintain dynamic homeostasis. Then we have information storage and transmission, which will focus on how living systems store, retrieve, transmit, and respond to information, which is essential for life processes. And finally, we have system interactions, which focuses on how biological systems interact and how these systems and their interactions exhibit complex properties. Now, some of the science practices which advanced placement courses generally focus on include the following. So the first is concept explanation, where the biological concepts, processes, and models are explained and presented in a written format. Then we have visual representations, where students will analyze visual representations of the different concepts and processes. Then there are questions and methods, where students will determine scientific questions and methods. This is followed by representing and describing data that is presented and performing statistical tests and mathematical calculations to analyze and interpret that data. And finally is argumentation, so developing and justifying scientific arguments using evidence. These are some of the major science practices that students will learn to follow in AP Biology. Now, the exam structure looks like this. There are two sections. Section 1 is multiple choice. There are 60 questions for a time duration of 90 minutes, and each section makes up 50% of the exam score. So all of the 6 science practices are assessed in the multiple choice section, and questions will either appear individually or in sets. And usually it will focus on modifying an argument which addresses the question. In section 2, there are different questions which will focus on the different science practices. So you have interpreting and evaluating experimental results with and without graphing. There's scientific investigation, conceptual analysis, analyzing models, visual representations, and data. And these are free response questions. So there will be 6 questions, again 90 minutes, and makes up half of the entire exam score. Now there are 8 units, and the units are generally weighted pretty equally. So there are several sub-chapters in each unit, and we will be going through each of these units per week. So all of this information can be found on the College Board website about how the different units and chapters are split and which big idea they kind of associate with. So you can see that unit 2, 5, 7, and 8 are focused on the evolution big idea. So this is a really easy way to kind of figure out which units will be associated with which big idea and how the assessment will be. And of course, you can find all of the different sub-chapters for each unit, and it also shows how much of the weightage it will, come for in the exam. So these are some resources that students and parents can access. There are practice exams that students can find on the College Board website. And so students who are planning to take AP Biology should plan to take 2 tests, one late in April and one early in May. The test is being taken in May, and we can help provide mock tests for students and also grade exams if the answer sheet is scanned and sent to us. And of course, we'll work on techniques which can help improve the score.
Okay, so now I would like to give a small demo on this AP Biology application. Okay, so this is a AP Bio app. Okay, and as we have seen earlier also, like we'll be starting with the syllabus. Okay, so this is the syllabus for the AP Biology. So all the units as well as the sub units are listed over here. Okay, so I'll go with the first one, that is Chemistry of Life. Okay, and I'll go with the last sub unit. Okay, so I'll go with the Nucleic Acid. So I'll be getting all the chapters coming under that sub unit. Okay, and when I select the topic, I'll be getting the resources. Okay, so as I said earlier, we have the textbook, we have the slides as well as the videos. Okay. So I'll go with the textbook. So the textbook we refer here is the OpenStack. Okay, so it will directly take you to that particular topic. Okay, for example, I had selected this nucleic acid, so it has taken me to that particular topic over here inside the textbook. Okay. Similarly, like from here we can go to slides, so we'll be getting the slides related to nucleic acid, okay, as well as the videos.
Nucleic acid, as you know, it is very, very important.
Okay, So as you see in the videos also, like it will directly take you to that portion of the video where the topic starts. And also, like while going through all this say topic, if you want to jump to some other topic, you can just search for that topic and get the resources of that particular topic. Okay, for example, now I just want to search for carbohydrates. Okay, so I'll be shown like which subunit it comes under, and when I click on that, I'll be getting the resources. Okay, now what will happen is if I go on with the textbook, I'll be taken to the carbohydrates topic inside the textbook. Okay, similarly, when I click on the slides, I'll be getting the slides related to carbohydrate. Okay, and the same features will work for the other topics as well. Okay. So this was regarding a AP biology application. I'll also quickly go through other AP application, that is I'll go with the computer science. Okay, though we have for each subject, so I'll be demoing only for some of them today. Okay, so this is our AP computer science application. Okay, and this is the syllabus for it. Okay, so this time I'll go with say unit 7. Okay, I'll go with the array list, and I'll be getting all the topics here. Okay, so I'll go with the 5th topic here, that is the searching. So I'll be shown the chapters coming under that unit. Okay, so now since I've selected the topic, I'll be getting the resources. Okay, so this time the textbook here used over here is by David Egg. So when I click on the textbook, I'll be directly taken to that particular page number where the topic is. Okay, I had selected searching and sorting, so it has taken me to that particular page number. Okay, and similarly, we will be also giving you the slides related to that topic. Okay, so actually, if you go to see, this is an entire slide deck, but it will directly take you to that particular slide number where the topic is. Okay, and finally, we have the videos also.
It that way. So searching works exactly the same. So I'm going to go back to my superheroes, and I'm going to say for int I equals 0, I is less than superheroes dot.
So as I had mentioned earlier, it will directly start playing that portion of the video where the topic is. And also, like you can search for the other topic as well. Okay, for example, now when you're going through the slides, you want to know about the for loops, you can just search for the for loop. For loops. So now when I click on the textbook, it will directly take me to that particular topic. Okay? For example, now for loop. And similarly, like when it comes to slides, you'll be getting the slides related to that topic. Okay? And similarly, the videos also. Okay, so when he clicks on the videos, he'll get the video related to for loop.
And to count up, let's count up with this for loop. So watch what I do here. So for int, I can use x, but I'm going to use y in this case. Y equals 0. So that's my starting.
Okay. And the same features will work for the other topics as well. Okay. So that's it for the demo.
Thank you, Prajut. I will quickly share my screen now, and I will present one of the two computer science based programs that we have, which is AP Computer Science A. This is a very popular class. I teach it, and I'm very. It is a wonderful program. I hope you can see my screen. It is a wonderful program that we have. AP Computer Science A, unlike the Indian programs which teach Python, teaches Java. You know, and we actually, because we have both streams, students can go and attend the live class for Python. They can also come to my AP class as well. You know, APCS class. We teach APCS also as a precursor to our IT certificate, which is for college students. Now, these are the units in AP Computer Science. We start from you need no programming background before this, so you just have to have a laptop which works and be ready to download our app and use it, and then attend our classes regularly. So we teach you the material, and then we also help you with the test. So we are going to be restarting this program. Between now and say May, we will help students with this program. It's a year-long program in the US mostly. So the first 3 or 4 units teach you the basics of Java. So you have primitives, then objects, which is very central to object-oriented programming, and then finally the 5th unit is writing classes. In between, you have Boolean expressions and for loops. You already saw Prajol's demo, right? Now the next 5 units deal with slightly more advanced topics. It's not that complicated, but again, you learn about like multi-dimensional arrays, and of course the array list, and of course you also learn some of the algorithms that are part of computer science. You get a feel for that. Then you get inheritance and recursion. And of course there are also resources in the college board site. And you can then build a lab, and we are happy to help students. So again, coming to the score distribution, AP Computer Science A making a 5 is also not that easy. It's Calc BC, surprisingly, you notice that has the largest percentage of 5s. But AP Computer Science A is, you have to really work, because they make you write code in as part of the free response questions, not code that compiles, etc., but code in paper. So you must have a background in problem solving, and then only you do reasonably well in AP Computer Science A. So that's our program, and then we teach you. We start with how a computer works, and then we take you all the way. We teach you to program. We give you programming assignments, etc. So it's also a very good program, one program that I really like. So so I'm going to stop presenting, and I invite Parnika to present the computer science principles, which is another AP that we do support.
Okay, so hi everyone. So the topic that I will going to teach you, the subject is AP Computer Science Principle. So basically, AP Computer Science Principle is a college level course that we will going to cover basically 5 main ideas: creative development, data, algorithms and programming, and computer system and computer networks, and the impact of computing. So these are the 5 topics that we will going to cover in this course. So you can apply for our course, you can buy our course, and we will going to cover multiple choice question and free response questions. Then we have our basically lecture every week, and we will assign some problems, some assignment that you have to solve, and we will discuss it in the every lecture. Then we have our basically we cover 1 unit for every 2 weeks, so you can learn the course and you can understand our course very easily. So basically there are 5 topics in this course, in this subject. The first is creative development, the second is data, the third is algorithms and programming, the fourth one is computer system and networks, and the fifth is impact of computing. And the exam weightage for each unit is like, for creative development we have 10 to 13% of exam weightage, for data we have 17 to 22%, for algorithm and programming we covers 30 to 35% of exam weightage, and for computer system and networks we have 11 to 15%,
For impact of computing, we have 21 to 26% of exam weightage. So these are the subtopics that we will going to cover in every unit. The first, in creative development, we have 4 subunits. The data also takes 4 subunits. And the third unit, algorithm in programming, as it covers the most of the weightage in the exam. So it has uh, 18 subunits, and we will going to cover each and every topic of related to programming in this unit. Then we have our fourth subunit, which has 3 subunit, fourth unit, and the fifth unit has some 6 subunits that we will going to cover. So related to exam structure, AP Computer Science Principal exam will have for about 2 hours. It will going to cover 2 sections. So the section 1 will going to have some 70 multiple choice questions, and it covers the 70% of your exam score. So it will going to be for your 2 hours, and the second section will going to be your creative performance task, which will going to have your 1 question, and it covers your 30% of exam weightage. So basically, in this second section, you have to write the program, you have to write the code regarding any language. You can take Java, Python, C++, whatever you feel comfortable in. So this is our app that you can download from apexams.us, AP Computer Science Principal apps we have. And this is our website, apexam.us, from where you can search for every subject, biology, calculus, physics, as well as your computer science SAT. And you can download our app and you can see our exam structure, everything. And on AP College Board website, you can search the course structure and every detail for the AP Computer Science Principal.
So thank you very much, Parnika. So this mostly brings to end our program, but then I had a few additional points to make. One is that we are prepared to work with students individually. So if you are a school, you have students who are interested in the SAT and the AP programs. You can just send them to us. That's the simplest way. You just send an email to developer@jnanamarga.in, or me, I'm Srini@jnanamarga.in. You can do that. Otherwise, you can also contact us as the school, and we can make a school level program, and you can have students come to a school level program. So 1 minute, let me share my screen. Okay, so please feel free to contact us at any engagement@jnanamarga.in, engagement@jnanamarga.in, or me, Srini, SRINI, @jnanamarga.in. So please feel free to contact us, and you can also call this number, and ask for AP programs, and you will get and you will be able to speak to us through that process. Feel free to also reach out to us through support@jnanamarga.in. And if you have any issues downloading the apps, etc., please let us know. We are also on Facebook and LinkedIn, and we look forward to hearing from you, and we can work with any school, as I mentioned before, and you can also send your students to us, and we will help them. Today there's this different strokes for different folks. For certain students, this is the answer. Not everybody is only has only NEET, JEE, or nothing answer. There are very many very good answers for students all over the world. As we mentioned, education is for students to take, to pursue, and for every learner there is a space, and for learners who want to go abroad and study, India is still an open country. all these places you can go to. United States, of course, has the most universities of any per capita, and all the best universities. You can also go to UAE, Singapore, Australia, etc. And of course, finally, most importantly, remember that there are universities in India that accept, in the IGA, all the top private universities which accept programs other than NEET and JEE, and you can also go there with SAT and other programs. So please feel free to reach out to us, and we can help your school, participate in our programs. We are planning a large India program, so that the classes are held in India time. Currently, a lot of our classes are held in American time, but we want to keep it in India time. So please reach out to us and help us build a very good program. With your help, we will be able to reach out to the students in your school who want to go abroad. If you have students going abroad from your school, it is also positive for your school, particularly if they go to top reputed universities in the United States. And it is our goal also to support students through that program. Thank you.